Welcome to Sanjeevani Education Group. Sanjeevani Education Group is a IIT NEET coaching hub which is renowned for producing the rankers in different competitive exams from national level 11th and 12th JEE NEET, Standard 10 NTSC MTSC, 6th and 9 Dr. Homi Bhabha Bal Vaidyanik exam, 5th and 8th scholarship exam, 7th Olympiads along with IIT NEET Foundation for all classes. We have experienced faculty who focus on the academic development of students. So dear parents, hurry up. For admission, visit Sanjeevani Education Group, plot number 13, Aditya Nagar, Gadkhera, Aurangabad, or call 95112 70135 or 95112 66680.
Hello dear students, welcome you all. In the last video we have seen the methods of finding domain and range of functions. Now we'll see some examples. The first example, example 1. Domain of the function f of x equals to square root of 2 minus 2x minus x square is first option minus root 3 less equal to x less equal to root 3. Option B, minus 1 minus root 3 less equal to x less equal to minus 1 plus root 3. Then option number C, option number third, that is C, minus 2 less equal to x less equal to 2. Then the last option is minus 2 plus root 3 less equal to x minus 2 minus root 3 less equal to. Okay, now student, we have seen that when the function is there in the square root, that time the square root is always non-negative. That means we can write this as a, since square root inverse also we can write the function in square root is always non-negative. Therefore f of x is always what we can say, square root quantity. The quantity in a square root is always non-negative. So what we have, 2 minus 2x minus x square is always greater than or equal to 0. Getting? So what we have, 2 is greater or equal to x square plus 2x. Getting? So what we have, if we take, so this can be written as x square plus 2x minus 2 is less equal to 0. Getting? So what we have, that suppose here your a equals to 1, b equals to 2 and c equals to minus 2. So this whatever the equation is there, this is less than or equal to 0. So we'll try to find its roots. So we need minus 2 as a multiplication and plus 2 as a what we can say, addition. So x equals to minus b minus 2 plus or minus square root of b square minus minus plus 4ac, 4 into 1 4 into 2 8, and minus minus plus upon twice a, means only 2 will be there. So what we have, minus 2 plus or minus square root of 12 upon 2. So 4 3s are 12, so under root 3 will be there. So what we have, this side we can take. So x equals to we'll write it again. So what? X equals to minus 2 plus or minus square root of 4 into 3 upon 2. So minus 2 plus or minus 2 root 3 upon 2. Here we can write 2 common. So it will be minus 1 plus or minus square root of 3 upon 2. 2 will get cancelled. So either x equals to minus 1 plus root 3 or x equals to minus 1 minus root 3. But we know that this equation x square minus 2x minus 2 is less equal to 0, and we are getting the values of x are means here we can write this term as a multiplication of this, means x minus this equal to 0 or x minus this equal to 0. Their multiplication we will get this equation only. So if the multiplication is less equal to this, so the quantity x will be in between these two values. Getting? So why they have given less equal, this equation was less equal to 0 and we are getting this value, means x is in between, means if the equation will be equal to 0, see student, please listen this properly. If the equation is equal to 0, then we can have x is exactly equal to these values. But now it is less equal, so we have this x is in between minus 1 minus root 3, less equal to x, less equal to minus 1 plus root 3. And in which option it is given? It is given in option number B. So the correct option is B. Getting, student? Any doubt? So we have found the domain of the given function, which is 2 minus 2x minus x square. Getting? Because here the quantity under root is always positive, the function in the square root is always positive. That means this quantity in a square root is always positive, that is non-negative. If we are saying positive, so it will not consider 0. It will take strictly greater than 0. We should say it is a non-negative. Getting, student? Any doubt? Now the next question we'll see. Question number 2. That is the largest possible set of real numbers. The largest possible set of real numbers which can be the domain of fx, which can be the domain of fx, that is fx equals to square root of 1 minus 1 upon x, is first option number A, open bracket 0 to 1 union with open bracket 0 to infinity. Then the second one, B option, minus 1 to 0 open bracket union with 1 to infinity. Third option, C, minus infinity to minus 1 union with 0 to infinity. Then option number D, what we have, minus infinity to 0 union with 1 to infinity. Okay, is means the largest possible set of real numbers which can be the domain of fx, means what will be the values of x, so that we are getting fx equals to this, means for what value fx exists. Getting, student? So now this we have, I will keep this question as it is. So we have, just a minute students, so we'll keep this I will keep this question as it is. So the solution for this is, see student, example 2 solution. Now we know that the quantity under square root is non-negative. So therefore here student, we should not say fx is greater equal to 0. The quantity which is given in under root, that is non-negative. So we have therefore 1 minus 1 by x is greater equal to 0. And here x is not equal to 0. Getting? So we have 1 is greater equal to 1 by x. Getting? Means x is, if we cross multiply this, what we have, x is greater equal to 1. So x belongs to close bracket 1 to infinity. Getting? And if we'll take reciprocal, then it will be yes, if we'll take reciprocal here, then also we'll get this only. So x belongs to open bracket 1 to infinity we are having. So x belongs to close bracket 1 to infinity and x is not equal to 0. Means x here 1 to infinity, 0 is not there. So we have to consider the interval in which 0 is not there. So it will be x belongs to minus infinity to 0. If we'll keep open bracket 0, then it will not contain the 0 number. Okay. Now students, so your x belongs to minus infinity to 0 union with close interval 1 to infinity. So many times they are taking 1 minus 1 by x, means here, or we can write 1 minus 1 by strictly greater than 0. See student, here x is non-zero we can consider. So in their solution they can give this, means 1 is greater than 1 by x. So x is greater than 1. If we cross multiply, strictly greater than 1. So they will take here open bracket also. Now we'll see in the options what it is given. See student, in this option 0 to 1. Now there is no value of x in between 0 to 1. So we'll not consider this option. Now minus infinity to minus 1. Okay. So the number is less than 0. What we can say, it is strictly less than, it is not equal to 0. Okay, so this interval we can take, but 0 to 1, the x value is not in between 0 to 1. 0 to infinity, 1 to infinity is there, but 0 to 1 is not there. So this also we cannot take. Now here minus 1 to 0 values are there in x because we have minus infinity to 0. So this also we cannot take. This bracket is correct, but now here minus infinity to 0 union with 1 to infinity. Now student, here they have taken open bracket, so they must have considered this condition. Getting? So our option number is B. So the correct option is B. Getting? So this is your correct option. Option B is correct. Any doubt student? Okay. So now next example we'll see the range of the function. The range of the function. Third example. The range of the function f of x equals to x square upon x square plus 1 is, options are A minus 1 to 0, B minus 1 to 1 open bracket, C close 0 to 1 open 1, D open minus 1 to, I think given 1 to 1 only. We'll see there is some mistake is there in the question. We'll see now. We'll find the range. Now student, if we'll consider this function equals to y, then we have to find the range of this function. Means what, for what values of x, means for values of x which images will be there in the codomain. So we need to find the range. Now student, what we'll do, we'll try to convert this x as a function of y. so that we'll get this. So let f of x equals to y. So x square upon x square plus 1 equals to y. If we'll cross multiply, what we have, x square equals to y into x square plus y. Here we can write this x square equals to y into x square plus 1. Getting? So if we'll take this x square common, we have 1 minus y. Getting? 1 minus y into x square plus 0 into x plus y equal to 0. See, we have now it is a quadratic equation in x. Okay, so we can find now what is a, 1 minus y, what is b, 0. Okay, what is c, equals to y. So what we have, and we know that for real values of a, if we have to find real values, then we have b square minus 4ac, that is equals to a discriminant, it is greater than or equal to 0. So here b square is 0 square minus 4, 1 minus y, that is a, and c is y, greater or equal to 0. Minus 4 plus 4y, or if we want we can multiply this 4y square greater or equal to 0. Okay, and if you want you can take it as it is. Now if you don't want to multiply this, we'll keep as it is directly. Minus 4y in bracket 1 minus y greater or equal to 0. Means what? If we'll divide it by minus 4 on both the sides, what we have, y into 1 minus y, and 0 upon minus 4 is 0. But now we have multiplied both the sides by minus also, so this sign will be less equal to 0. So if y is less equal to 0, we have y belongs to close 0 to open 1, because y less equal to 0, which means that either y is less than 0 or y equal to 0, and 1 minus y is less equal to 0. See student, their product is less equal to 0. Y into 1 minus y less equal to 0. If we'll consider this term less equal to 0, it will be negative, and for making the product negative we need one term positive, so which implies that 1 minus y greater or equal to 0. So 1 is greater or equal to y. Are you getting? So means y is less equal to 1. Yes. So y is less than 0, or y equal to 0, or y is equal to 1, or y is less equal to 1. Getting student? If we'll combine this, what we have, y belongs to close bracket 0 to 1. Open bracket, this will be closed. So either y equal to 0 or y is strictly less than 1. Getting student? See, here I want to discuss, when a and b are any two real numbers, then if a into b equal to 0, then either a equal to 0 or b equal to 0, or both we can take 0 at a time. Okay, but now when the product a into b is, just a minute student, when the product is greater or equal to 0, means this product is positive. For making this product positive, the one case will be both should be positive or both should be negative. But now here the product is less equal to 0, so we need, if a into b is less equal to 0, so here either a is less than 0, b greater or equal to 0, or a is greater or equal to 0, b is less than 0, means one quantity should be negative. Getting student? Any doubt? Now here if we have taken y raised equal to 0, means this will be negative, so this should be strictly greater than 0. See student, when we are taking greater or equal or less or equal, so we should take with any one only, not with both, that 0. So here we can take this strictly also. If you are having any confusion in this, So 1 minus y is strictly greater than 0. So 1 is greater than y. If we'll take minus y to this side, so y is strictly less than 1. So that's why we have y belongs to close 0 to open 1. If you are not getting, yes, so we have, I will again explain this part. I will write on the other page. See student, what we have, y into 1 minus y is less equal to 0. So the first case, here we cannot take both negative or both positive also. So first, either y greater or equal to 0 and 1 minus y less than 0. Or second case, either y less than 0 and 1 minus y greater or equal to 0. If we'll take y less than 0 and 1 greater or equal to y, means y less equal to 1. Now here it will be strictly less than 0 only. So see student, for this condition y less than 0, we have y equals to x square upon x square plus 1. Both the terms are positive. So the rational function will be also positive. So we cannot take y less than 0. So this case we cannot consider. So we have this case only. So what we have, y greater or equal to 0 and 1 minus y less than 0. So what we have, 1 less than y means y is greater than 1 is less than y and y is greater than, just a minute student, here what we have, 1 minus y less than 0. So 1 is less than y. See student, for this condition y less than 0, we have y equals to x square upon x square plus 1. Both the terms are positive. So the rational function will be also positive. So we cannot take y less than 0. So this case we cannot consider. So we have this case only. So what we have, y greater or equal to 0 and 1 minus y less than 0. So what we have, 1 less than y means y is greater than, 1 is less than y and y is greater than, just a minute student, here what we have, 1 minus y less than 0. So 1 is less than y means y values are greater than 1. 1 less than y. So see student, here it is very clear that this condition we are not taking. So only y greater or equal to 0 we need and 1 is strictly less than y. But now we'll see in the option, because we have to go by option also. So it is very clear that y is greater or equal to 0 means x square upon 1 plus x square is greater or equal to 0. And what we have, this condition 1 is less than x square plus 1 plus x square is given. Now if we'll combine, so what we have, close 0 to it is greater than 1 means close 0 we are taking, and in between 0 to 1 also we have to think. Now we'll see the option student. Here 0 less equal to y, strictly less than 1. If we'll consider, we'll see the options. Here minus 1 to 0, it is very clear that y is strictly greater than or equal to 0. So this option also we cannot take. And minus 1 to 0, if we are not taking, so how we can take minus 1 to 1. Now here 1 to 1 is the only element which is equals to singleton 1 only, and this cannot be the range of the function. Now the remaining option is close 0 to open 1, and yes, it is there. See student, here this condition is not matching, that 1 is less than y means y is greater than 1 value, but here it is very clear that y is greater than equal to 1. So wherever the option is there in which 0 is included and it has started from 0, so that only we will select. So our correct option is C. Getting student? Any doubt? Now we'll take the fourth example. The domain of the function, example number 4. The domain of the function is domain of the function f of x equals to square root of x minus x square plus square root of 4 plus x plus square root of 4 minus x. Now student, here all the expressions in x are given in square root. So here first we'll write the options. Option number A, fx is dash minus close minus 4 to open infinity. Second option, close minus 4 to plus 4. Then third option, close 0 to 4, both close brackets are there. D option, close 0 to close 0 to 1, this is full close bracket. Now student, here 4 is there. Now these all quantities are positive, so here we have square root of 4 plus x. For square root of 4 plus x, we have 4 plus x is greater or equal to 0. So x is greater or equal to minus 4, equation number 1. Then for 4 minus x is also greater or equal to 0. So we have x is greater or equal to, if we'll take x this side, so 4 is greater or equal to x. 4 is greater or equal to x. Means we can write x is less equal to 4, equation number 2. Now for the first expression, that is square root of x minus x square, this we can write square root of x in bracket 1 minus x. So for this quantity, for making this quantity positive, that means x into 1 minus x greater or equal to 0, we have to take one term positive and one term negative. So we need x greater or equal to 0 and x or 1 minus x, what we can take, less equal to 0. So this will be 1 less equal to x, means x greater equal to 1 and x greater equal to, see here what we have, x is greater equal to 1, x greater equal to 0, and if we'll take 1 minus x greater equal to 0, if we'll take, then we'll get x is greater than or equal to 1. But if we'll take this is a less equal to 0, what we have, x is greater equal to 1. Means see here, x greater equal to 0, and what we will get, x is less equal to 1. If we'll take here less equal to 0. So what we have for this, for this interval, for this expression in x, we have x greater equal to 0 and x less equal to 1. So if we'll combine this all, for this we need minus 4 to infinity, and here minus infinity to 4. See, if we'll draw this on the real number line, minus 4, here 0, here 4. Okay, so what we have, it is greater equal to minus 4, means it will be minus 4, close bracket will be there because it is greater equal, minus 4 to infinity, and if it is a less equal to 4, so minus infinity to 4 will be there, close bracket. And for this, x is greater equal to 0, x is greater equal to 0 and x is less equal to 1. If we'll take here 1, so x belongs to close bracket 0 to 1. Now student, we have 3 intervals. For these all intervals we have to find the x value. So we'll clearly take its intersection. So what we have, domain of f is equal to open bracket minus infinity to 4, close 4, intersection with close minus 4 to infinity, intersection with close 0 to 1. Getting student? Now we have, if see here you don't make confusion. Here it is a positive quantity, so both should be positive. Getting, student? Okay, so here that's why we are taking 1 minus x. Here I will write 1 minus x greater equal to 0. So 1 is greater equal to x, means x is less equal to 1. Getting, student? Don't make confusion. Okay, I think I have taken here less equal to 0. It will be negative then. Okay, so if we are taking x greater equal to 0, so this quantity also should be greater equal to 0. Okay, I will cut this part. So here we are getting x is less equal to 1. X is less equal to 1 and greater equal to 0. Getting? So this part will consider. So this intersection of this means minus 4 to infinity. This minus infinity to 4 and 0 to 1. The intersection will be this part only. Close 0 to 1. Getting? So what is the option then? Option number D. Okay, so for this all separate, if we take this all expression separately, then we are getting this all intervals, but don't make confusion, the intersection will be only 0 to 1. Getting, student? Any doubt? Now we'll take the next example, example number 5. Here we have to find the domain of the function. We'll write domain of the function. The function is f of x equal to x minus 3 whole thing divided by x minus 1 into square root x square minus 4 is, options are, first option open bracket 1 to 2, option B minus infinity to open minus 2 union with 2 to infinity, then C option minus infinity to minus 2 union with open bracket 1 to infinity, D minus infinity to infinity. This is nothing but set of real numbers only. From this we are subtracting minus 1 and plus minus 2, means leaving these 2 points we are taking all numbers on the real number line. Okay, now student, please see this question properly. Now in the previous examples we have taken the square root quantity as a non-negative term. In non-negative terms 0 is also there. Now in fx equals to x minus 3, x minus 1, square root of x square minus 4, we have x minus 1 should not be equal to 0. This whole term should not be 0, and this square root also x square minus 4 also not equal to 0. And what we have, x square minus 4, this quantity means square root also should be non-zero, because this square root in the denominator, we don't want denominator 0. Are you getting? So that's why we have taken square root of x square minus 4 not equal to 0, and square root of x square minus 4 always we are taking greater equal to 0. Here x square minus 4 greater equal to 0 in numerator, but x square root of x minus 4, and we have this term if square root is in the numerator, but x square minus 4 is in the denominator. Okay, so therefore x square minus 4 is strictly greater than 0. Getting? This is very important. When the square root is there in the denominator, then this is strictly greater than 0, not greater equal to 0. Getting? So x square is strictly greater than 4, means x is, what we have, x square is greater than 4, means x is having values 2 and minus 2. So what we can take, if we'll take x square equals to 4, then we will have x equals to 2 and minus 2. But we have x square strictly greater than 4. So the value for x is clearly, it is in between minus 2, what we can say, minus 2 is greater than x, means the value for x is, if we'll take x equals to minus 2 and here plus 2, then it will be less than minus 2, okay, and greater than plus 2 if it is given greater. Are you getting, student? It is like, we know that if mod x is less equal to a, then x is in between minus a to a, getting, and if mod x is greater equal to a, then we have x is in between minus infinity to minus a and a to infinity. This is very important, student. You should know this mod. Please note down this in your notebook. Okay, but here so many times in the definition of mod, they are treating mod x as a square also. So here mod x is greater than a, so this condition will apply here. So clearly the x value is in between minus infinity to minus 2 and 2 to infinity, getting. Now here what we have, x is not bracket x minus 1 is not equal to 0, means what, x is not equal to 1. But here we are getting x value not in between minus 2 to 2, because in this minus 2 to 2 we are not taking any value of x, and the x equals to 1 value is also coming in the same interval. So no need to consider this, because already we have considered this x belongs to, then what will be there, minus infinity to minus 2 union with 2 to infinity. Getting, student? Any doubt? So which option is correct? So the corrected option is here 1 to infinity given and here 2 to infinity given. So option B is the correct option. Getting, student? Any doubt? Okay. So in this way we have seen these 5 examples, and means MCQ questions we have seen. So like these questions will come for finding the domain and range of the given function. Okay. In the next lecture, we'll see the algebra of functions. Now, student, in algebra of functions, we'll see the addition of two functions, subtraction of two functions, multiplication of two functions, division will take, and then we'll see the scalar multiplication of a function also. Okay, the first will be the scalar multiplication of a function, and then we'll see the remaining addition, subtraction, multiplication and division of two functions. Then we'll see the what is meant by the equal functions and real valued function. Okay, so we'll see in the next lecture. Thank you.